I thought I would give you guys a look at how I'm going to try to protect my fig tree from the cold. It's a Chicago cold hardy fig, and the stems are cold hardy down to 10 degrees Fahrenheit. It had figs on it this year, and I want more figs next year, so I thought I would try to keep the stems from freezing. We have a cold front coming in this weekend, and the temperatures are supposed to be down to that 10 degree Fahrenheit range. So what I decided to do was take a tomato cage, put it around the fig tree, and then fill it with straw. I have 3 main stems and a couple of small branches on those stems, and I tried to direct those stem tips into the center of the cage by stuffing the outside with straw. After I had the stems positioned how I wanted them, then I just dropped straw into the top of the cage, making sure to fill up any voids as I went. Keep in mind, this is just an experiment because I've never done this before. However, I did keep this very same fig from freezing last winter by just covering it with straw and leaves. To keep the whole cage from blowing over if we have strong winds, I used some zip ties to fasten the cage to a piece of rebar pounded into the ground. If you decide to try this, keep in mind that straw and hay can sometimes have persistent herbicides in them. I've never had a problem with that myself, but it is possible. Just be careful where you get your straw. I have a little tomato cage over here that I stuck over another fig, and I'm just going to pile straw on top of that one, like I did the other one last year. We had one night last year that got to 17 below zero Fahrenheit, and we had a 12-day stretch that didn't get above freezing, even during the day. I probably could have and should have wrapped the cage with a tarp, but since this is an experiment, I think I'll see how it does without a tarp first. Now that I've shown you a little bit about how I'm doing it, I'll go ahead and fill this cage up. On those tightly packed bales, sometimes you'll have a chunk of straw like this, and I'm going to use that as a cap on the cage. And here's what the final product looks like. I think it might work out pretty well, but we won't know until spring. And as added insurance, I'm going to pile some straw up around the base of the cage just to help with that ground level insulation. Let us know if you've ever taken steps to protect your fig trees from the cold, and if you're just now finding this channel, please subscribe. We'll see you next time.